Hello and welcome to currently the second stream of DACH, because we've also got a very tense match on the first stream. This one's gonna be between Bidgauer 2500 and phelworld. I think we have some very solid players on either side. They have very similar performances so far. We've got Bidgauer with a win, a draw, and a loss, and we've got phelworld with 1 win and 2 losses. We should be getting into it very soon, and I'm quite interested to see how this goes. Already went into the roles. Yeah, on phelworld's side we have Perhap ranking 21st in qualifiers. We've got Baylan ranking 11. We've got Vlad ranking 18. Also got the best Noma 2 score in qualifiers. We've also got Fel with the best Fremont score in qualifiers. On the Bidgauer side, we have Latchek ranking 34 in the qualifiers. We've got Guardian being 94th. We've got Lyrie ranking 84th. I'd say very decently rounded players on either side. I think could go either way. I think the scores they've set so far reflect that. I believe they have the exact same amount of maps won so far. They are still taking their time. Okay, I'm gonna go first, then so first pick and first protect is gonna go to phelworld. Really good choice. I never know what to think is the better option here. Whether you want to go first pick or second pick. Especially here where first pick is kind of linked to also getting the first protect, but they will be going for first pick. Yeah, I don't know, maybe second pick sometimes might be better because you're kind of scouting out what the other team is kind of thinking about, definitely picking what they're more comfortable on. Let's see what phelworld's gonna protect. Could be DT, something DT. Got some pretty solid DT players on phelworld. It's gonna be Nomad 5. Also doesn't really surprise me, considering the qualifier placements of phelworld's players. I feel like up there, like top 20 in qualifiers, you do see pretty decent scores on Nomad 5 maps. Bidgauer isn't thinking along, and they're immediately protecting DT2. They do have some fairly solid DT players, so it does make sense. It's just kind of my question is how well this is gonna work for them, considering they're going up against phelworld. They also have very solid DP scores overall. But if they're picking it as their protect, they should be very solid on it. And Nomad 3 is getting banned by BitGala. I think it's mostly fair, looking at the performances. And then I say, not gonna ban him too here. Phelworld does. Also because BitGala have Yoshi Lobber, who had a pretty decent score in Hidden 2. But Phelworld's gonna ban DT1 first. I mean, it also makes sense considering DT performances on BitGala's side, as well as their protect on DT2 already, so fair choice. There is a hidden ban, hidden free. And then we're gonna wait for a second ban from phelworld. It's also gonna be their pick. I don't know exactly what they'd want to pick initially. I wouldn't say they would want to pick their best maps immediately. Maybe kind of pick something on the more mellow side to kind of just warm up, get into the match. Arena 3 ban. I need to check which one it is. Oh, right, that's 40 BPM. Fremont. Not really unexpected then. It's the second fastest map in the pool, with the only other one that's faster being DT1, which they've also banned. And they're gonna go in with Hard Rock Rain. I don't think I've personally seen this one played yet. I'm expecting this to be a bit more quirky. I'm just wondering who we're gonna see in this for Hard Rock Frame. I mean, I think Fel is gonna still in phelworld. They did have the best free mod scoring qualifier with Hard Rock. So Bell definitely does seem fairly confident on Hard Rock. Phelan, not unexpected. I would probably expect Left and perhaps as well, just because they're just overall so well-rounded, but maybe they've got some other plays in mind that are a bit more specific when it comes to Hard Rock. But Artoria coming in on BitGauha's side, we've got Civil Oath, Natrena. We've got Aura coming in on phelworld's side. Yeah, Auric. Solid performance in Hard Rock as well, and Qualls. And Lyrie came in to fill the 4th slot of BitGauha. Definitely more solid on phelworld's side right now. We've got 3 FCs on their side. We've got no FCs left on BitGauha's side. Also, welcome Foxes.
Hello, sorry for joining late. The other match went on a little longer than we expected it to.
I saw. Yeah.
Yeah, hello. I'm seeing the match here. Hard Rock 3, this is phelworld's pick, I'm assuming. That the South
Yes,
Americans
exactly.
winning the map so far. And I'm seeing that not many people are comfortable from the looks of it. You have Phelan perhaps with decent combos. Natrena, Civil Open, Artoria trying their best as well. But right now, it's just the FC's Fel goes down. That's an FC gone. It's just perhaps with the support of Auric, but it's not going to be enough. The score is starting to switch over to the other side towards BitGauha. Very slowly, there goes Artoria, there goes Lyrie, and now it's just Natrena and Civil Oath holding combos on the side of BitGauha.
Yeah, we saw some very early breaks on BitGauha's side. phelworld did have the triple FC going in, but that changed very quickly. We've only got for half of the FC. And pretty much full combo reset now on BitGauha's side, I think. This far into the map, 250k difference.
Yeah. This is not looking too good so far. Yeah, this is not looking good. It's just perhaps with the FC, which, for the record, that's a crazy score currently. I think that's one of the longest times anyone's held an FC. But yeah, the map is kind of coming to the close. Phelan and perhaps holding those combos. Never mind, my fault for even speaking.
But they're too far ahead. This is gonna be phelworld's point. I need a roster pick. I'm very much expecting BitGauha to retaliate. Hopefully, as fiercely.
Yeah, I mean, this point it's very clearly towards phelworld. I mean, you had the perhaps score, but Phelan and Auric putting in a lot of work as well. And on the other side, you had Civil Oath and Natrena trying their best, but it just wasn't enough on the Hard Rock 3. As we'll be moving into their second pick, I'm just gonna quickly ask now that we're in a slight bit of a break what the protects were, real quick.
Protect, DT2, no mod 5.
I see. Okay.
Bans.
I'm gonna assume no mod 5 protected by BitGauha.
No, actually, no mod 5 was protected by phelworld.
Interesting to protect that against the team of Natrena and Dechick, if I'm not wrong, but alright.
phelworld actually bans DT1 and Fremont free. They seem very uncomfortable on speedier picks. And
Yeah, understandable.
Nomad free and Fremont, Hidden free has been banned by BitGauHo.
So BitGauHo bans out the flowy picks and phelworld bans out speed, and now we're going straight into another speed map, straight into DT2.
Into the protect, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this is what we were talking about with the strong retaliation. This is probably the best map they can pick into phelworld here. Because this is just raw stamina speed, which is not something that phelworld really has a roster for, not a consistent one at the minimum.
I mean, at least Warwick and Phelan had solid DT scores, very solid, in qualifiers. But maybe just thinking it's not enough to just have these two.
Yeah, because like BitGauHo, you have Artoria, My Angel, you have Lafrail, Guardian, who are both really good speed players, right? And then also you have like more people as well. You have people such as obviously Natrina, I think. Natrina probably not playing speed, but they are in a lobby. Alexi is really good at speed, so not a bad speed roster. Way better than what phelworld has, but we'll have to see. This map does have some trickier patterns that I feel like we might see a few breaks on. So phelworld not completely lost, but it's not looking too hot so far.
Let's see how they'll do. I think they've got their roster settled for this one, never mind. phelworld's switching 2 more players.
I mean, we see the Phelan Auric combo, we see the 2 main speed players. And then we see Vlef, and I'm going to guess that it's gonna be, it's Talbrowski as well. Which are the 2 secondary kinds of speed players. Vlef is not bad on speed at all, but unfortunately Talbrowski as well. Just a kind of a speed fill if you get that kind of player. Which isn't great, but they should be fine.
This map's 225. It's not too speedy. I'm certainly not surprised to see Vlef, considering Vlef had the best Noma 2 performance in qualifiers, so certainly solid stamina.
That's completely fair,
this is gonna be more of a stamina question, almost.
That's true. I feel like a lot of speed players have this thing where they're really good at like short bursts and shorter bursts of stamina, and this map kind of punishes that stereotype of a speed player. Yeah. So getting into the stamina, it's gonna be more so about who can just hold on through the longest. And as we're watching, Vlef finds the first break on what I believe was a jump. He finds a slider break as well, which is giving a pretty decent advantage to BitGauHo, but it's very early in the map. A lot of things are still going to change. It is 3 minutes 30. We get into the first longer stream. There goes Vlef and Oreg. That's 2 breaks on the side of phelworld, giving the quadruple FC a pretty big lead to start off with.
It looks to me like Vlef is kind of getting messed up by nerfs here, constantly over-aiming the streams.
Yeah, same goes for Oreg. Yeah, same goes for Oreg. Oreg's been over-aiming just a little bit while everyone else has been looking comfortable. We get into the doubles. Are we gonna see any breaks? We don't. We see quite a few accuracy drops. We saw Artoria go down from 98.5 to 97.7, but no combo drops still. And that quadruple FC is gonna start to skyrocket with scored. They're at 900k now. They're gonna go very quickly, much higher as we get into this somewhat easier section where they can just build up a bit of combo.
We've already got almost 400k advantage on BitGauHo's side. That's gonna turn into almost 500k very quickly. They're running away now.
This is the part where the score starts to skyrocket, especially with the break from Talbrowski. And the fact that there's still a quadruple FC going, which is insane work so far. Really good accuracy, dude. There goes Lafrail finding the first break. Also Phelan, and that is the only combo on the side of phelworld gone, and that is... Jesus Christ! One
Bit
third
of
of
a
the map
nerves
left, but
thing coming in for Guardian. It's
yeah, unfortunately, Lefrail does find nerfs quite often, but it doesn't matter. This is just... Now it's a question of how high can they take this advantage? And I feel like if we see a 2 million score difference, that's gonna be the highest in the entire tournament so far, because I don't think I've seen anything even close to 1.5 mil.
well, they've still got a triple FC going on.
That's true.
They might just get the 2 mil.
If they do it, that'll be really funny, but also just such a... That explains why phelworld just banned out 2 speed maps, honestly.
Oh, absolutely.
There goes another break from Guardian, but it doesn't matter. Guardian could stop playing and they'd be fine. Bluff, Albro keep finding breaks. Phelan, the only person having any sort of recovery combo, but it doesn't matter. The score grows to 1.7 mil. I think there's enough notes here to make it to 2 mil, especially with Phelan missing.
I think they might just do it.
And that's 2 mil.
Just barely. 2 mil.
Okay, man. 2 mil score difference is, even in a matchup where you're against a team without speed players, it's just... That's insane score difference.
They just held on super well. That's a triple FC.
That's really just a
good.
triple FC right here. Also, I will probably quickly mention, but yeah, this match purely determines where both teams end up in losers bracket. Both are guaranteed to go straight into bracket, because Mildly Unhinged has played all of their matches and lost all of them, so they're not in the running. So it's just if phelworld goes as the lower seeded into bracket.
Right, they're pretty equal.
Yep.
Looking at the stats sheet.
For the most part, yeah, they're decently equal. It's just that BitGauho had a tie earlier in the tournament, whereas phelworld lost, unfortunately. Now it's once against phelworld's pick. They have a lot of things open. I feel like you want to go into more techie, gimmicky stuff. I think No Mod 4 is a decent option. You have Hidden 2 open if you want to go into the gimmick.
Maybe they're picking their Protect as well.
That could be the case, yeah. I can see No Mod 5 getting picked, honestly. Even though that map is really scary because you're playing against Neutrina and DACH, it is still a good map for them regardless.
I mean, they did Protect it, so I would hope they're confident.
That is true, that's true. And they do pick it. It is the No Mod 5 pick, which makes sense. As scary as this map can be against, especially BitGauho in this group, it is still probably one of their best picks here to just get the point back and just to keep on going.
What are we expecting in here?
Yoshi Lover, Neutrina DACH on the side of BitGauho. Maybe not Neutrina. I'm not sure if Neutrina wants to play this more so. And I honestly think, on the other side, you could just straight up see the exact same roster. Or, well, not the exact same, but we probably will see a roster very similar to what we'll see later on Hidden 2 if they end up picking into that as well.
Yeah, I mean, we do have Pupil with good Hidden 2 performance. We've got Vlad with being the second best Hidden 2 performance in qualifiers as well. Obviously, you already mentioned Yoshi Lava for BitGauho.
Yeah, Yoshi Lover's
rating.
He's the oldest reading player in I think maybe in the whole tournament, honestly. Besides maybe Yoke Spy.
The oldest.
Oldest, yes, but not sure if 31.
As in age or...
Yes, both.
How old is Yoshi Lover?
I'm not sure. I just know he's been in the tourney scene for like 10 years.
Right.
Is Lafrail playing for phelworld now? Did he just switch teams? I think both teams don't have a third, yeah. I have never seen Lafrail on a low AR map, so I'm surprised he's in on this. And I'm surprised that we're not seeing DACH at all. Civil Oath makes sense, Natrina Yoshi Lover obviously makes sense. Lafrail a little surprised by that, but sure. And on the other side you have the trio reading, Pia Polo, Phelan, and Vlef with DACH as well.
Let's see.
They're taking their time getting ready.
Yeah. Maybe they're still kind of discussing if that's how they want to go, but I think this is going to be it.
There we go, starting us off with the map.
Let's see if it paid off to protect us. Or phelworld.
I mean, it's definitely gonna be a hard pick to win, right? You're playing against 3 really good reading players, but you're also a team that's just really good on reading overall, so it's gonna come down to how the supports can do. Phelan finding the first break of the map, but it's very early on. This map is decently long at 3 minutes. It's not gonna matter too much in the grand scheme of things. We're just in the simple section. Yoshi Lover finding himself a break as well right before the start of this slightly faster, harder section.
DACH dropping to Phelan. Did also drop just before DACH.
It's not looking so far like the Protect's been paying off. We're seeing the Natrina, Lafrail, Civil Oath, triple FC. Not the highest accuracy.
FCs on phelworld.
Yeah, still 2 FCs. It's still very much possible and in the books for them to win, but it is getting harder with every second as the score lead slowly grows towards the side of BitGauHao. Support's recovering decently, but it is still anyone's game at this moment.
I mean, Phelan building up a solid supporting combo again. DACH as well. If anyone TFC's breaks, and they do, Civil Oath dropping the FC, this is gonna jump back to phelworld.
Guardian breaking as well, and it's just Natrina holding the FC on the side of BitGauHao against Vlef and Piapolo, especially Vlef with that 98%, holding a lot of the score on his back, especially a lot of the potential score that we're gonna start seeing come in very soon as the map comes to its halfway point. And the support from DACH giving them a lot of score as well to work with, and now it's just Natrina having to do his best, having to fight off this onslaught for as long as he can until they break or win.
This is starting to look pretty good for phelworld. We've got about a third of the map still left.
There is that break on Vlef that is gonna send them back just a tiny bit, but they're gonna be fine as long as Piapolo keeps on holding through.
Still staying around 260k advantage, but yeah, Piapolo needs to hold. Equally, Natrina needs to hold, otherwise I think BitGauHao's chance is gone to take this back. But they need someone to break a big combo, like now, on phelworld.
Yeah, there's a single Ki section remaining if I'm not wrong. There goes Vlef, but it's not gonna be enough. The map's kind of coming to a close, even though the supporting combos on the side of BitGauHao are now coming into very strong play. There's just not enough map left. If there was 30 more seconds, this would have been doable, but with that, phelworld, not as dominantly as they did on the Hard Rock 3, but they're going to be taking their pick once again, taking with an FC. Piapolo 96% FC against Natrina's 94. And that's going to be yet another pick of both teams winning their own protects.
Yeah, we've also got DACH with a single slider break, I think. Getting the S rank. And
Mhm.
I mean, obviously, I'd say good, expected, that the teams got their respective protects, and scored a solid point on them. Now the question is how is Vidgalha gonna respond?
I feel like your
Could
best
just go
option
into
is
DT.
yeah, just DT3 or Noma 2, honestly. I feel like both are good options just because you want to use tapping as much as possible or just high BPM.
Yeah.
Another kind of out there idea is Hidden One. Although that does risk that it is kind of dense, 216 BPM AR9, that does get kind of dense, which phelworld kind of excels in. But it's just another high BPM map for them to use if possible. And they go into DT3 instead, going straight into high BPM DT.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by this. They're gonna abuse the tapping and DT as long as they can, and then when they run out of it, I'm not too sure I don't think they run out of it quickly enough for the match to end. They have DT3, they have Hard Rock 2, Nomad 1. They also have open like Hidden 1 if they want to. They can go into Hard Rock 1 if they really want to as well. So we'll see how this one goes. They should be okay on this, but we've seen some crazy things happen on this map. This map's been heavily contested throughout the weeks.
Let's see if it pays off for them. Who are we expecting in here? Phelan.
I mean, good question actually.
Oreg?
Yeah, I feel like just the same roster they had on DT2, honestly. I feel like just Oreg and Talbrowski are gonna have to do a lot of the work with the little bits of support that they can get from their teammates. But then they do have to play against probably Artori Alieri and Alexi, who are a really scary DT combo.
Alexi being ridiculous?
Huh? Alexi's not in. We're seeing Deadcheck coming in instead. Deadcheck not playing Hidden 2, but playing DD3.
Oh,
interesting.
Sometimes I'm a bit confused. Because some players will change their name, and then other commentators will say their old name, and like, okay.
Oh. Okay, yeah, so Guardian is Lafrail, and that's like, I think the only name change on these two teams.
Right, okay. Good. Well, because I've seen Radical Lad with solid T performance, I'm expecting them to stay in here for this.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, Radical Lad and Alexi are two different people, don't worry.
Right, okay, good.
But yeah, they're both speed players, so I'm not too surprised that he's in on this instead of Alexi. That also makes sense. And Natrina coming in as... I believe Natrina has FC'd this a couple times before in their matches as well. So, again, another expected person to play this.
Yeah.
And on the other side, you have Fel, the captain of the team, with Phelan perhaps, and Talbrowski not seeing Oreg on this one. Probably some sort of comfortability reasons, because this map does get very slider heavy and ult heavy.
Yeah, it does play differently than DT2 for sure.
There we go, getting into the map. Banjo just hates us today, I swear to God. This has happened on every map in the previous match too. This happened on every map in the previous match too. But getting into this, we see, I believe, a few act drops already. I think perhaps and Artoria both getting a 100 or 50 right at the start of the map, and Trina as well. Not gonna matter at all. This map's 2 minutes 30. It's very ult heavy, very slider heavy. So we'll see how they do, if they can hold through those combos. We're gonna see this build up coming up to the first KI section. The first KI section does come rather quickly on this map. This map doesn't really let you rest. There goes Talbrowski with the first break. But again, we've not gotten into the real meat of the map. We'll probably see a few more breaks coming in very soon.
I would expect so, yeah. And we've still got 3 FCs on phelworld side. We've got the quadruple FC on Vidgalha side, but there goes Artoria, and that's gonna even out the playing field. And Radical Lad drops right after, so that's gonna jump back to phelworld pretty comfortably.
Yeah, phelworld's holding through. They have the triple FC, especially the SS from Fel that's still going. Highest accuracy in the lobby. Perhaps and Phelan with 99s as well, right behind him. Tallbroski a little behind, but he's putting in the support that he needs to. Almost 400 combo. While Artoria and Radical, while they have the accuracy, they don't really have the combo. There goes the area as well with the break. And now it's Katrina against Phelan, and Perhap.
It's not looking good for BitGauHa, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, this is starting to look a lot like the DT2, just replace the sides as the triple FC goes on. Fel does drop a 100, losing the SS unfortunately, but it's not gonna matter. Accuracy is not what BitGauHa needs them to drop. They need them to drop those combos. Fel does find a break on the slower section, but even then you still have the 2 FCs. Tallbroski breaking, traded by Radical. Yeah, I don't think there's enough time for this to go over, even if Perhap and Phelan found break, but I don't think... Yeah, Phelan finds a break, but Perhap still FCing, and that's gonna seal the deal as the score lead still grows slightly. It's starting to decrease, but there's not enough time. And Perhap actually finding break?
I think the trainer's the only FC in the lobby.
Yeah. Very unfortunate chokes from Phelan and Perhap, but it doesn't matter. They win the point. They get a break point on DT of all things.
Triple one miss. The triple one miss on BitGauHa's side.
That is just the saddest thing I've ever seen, honestly. That is just unfortunate.
This could have gone the other way so easily.
Oh, very much so. It was like one miss away from going to the other side.
Yeah, that's a breakpoint for phelworld.
And now I feel like we're gonna see, I'm assuming Hidden 2, Fremont 2, one of those two, just going straight back into Gimmick.
Yeah.
Or they could, like, if they want to be crazy with it a little bit, they could go Fremont 1, but I don't think they really want to. Because that's really control heavy, and I'm not too sure how much they want to go that into a team with Natrina and Dechek and Yoshi Lover. And there's the Hidden 2. Now, I will say, this is still a really scary pick because you're playing against Civil Oath, Dechek, Yoshi Lover, and Natrina, who I'm assuming are the roster for BitGauHa on this. And even those 4 players could FC just randomly, but I'm not too sure if they can in this matchup. I feel like this is still phelworld favored.
I mean, we've got Fluff, right? We've got maybe Purple. Fel probably gonna stay in here.
Yeah, fair. Phelan has been kind of Fel on everything, and Fel, I'm pretty sure can just play anything you put him on. Besides speed, if I'm not wrong.
Let's see if... Fel, left. Got Phelan.
Oh, Dalche coming in for Piapolo, that's also fair.
Too, yeah. Yoshi Lover on BitGauHa on a trainer. Poisonous and... It's gonna be their 4th done.
I'm guessing like Civil Oath or Dechek, one of those two.
Yeah.
Never mind, my bad.
Okay.
Artoria coming in.
I don't know why.
I'm guessing it's just the ult factor. It's kind of why Piapolo probably not playing, because the Qual's Hidden 2 was virtually just raw reading, and with not much else, and this is way more ulty. So I'm guessing that's the reason why we're not seeing him here. We're seeing Lafrail Guardian coming back in.
I wouldn't call this a very standard Hidden 2.
Yeah, this is
I think a lot of Hidden 2s are kind of more on the jump reading focused side, while this is just kind of... It's almost rhythm-based reading, right?
Yeah, for the most part. We do see Piapolo coming in at the last second. We also see Decek coming in, replacing a Guardian, which is a lot more expected than Guardian, honestly.
Yeah.
But here we go, getting into the hidden 2. This is a question of can phelworld capitalize on the breakpoint they just got on DD3? Or will they let BitGauho take a breakpoint right back and is even out the score with their next pick coming in and probably being another speed map? Banjo? Please?
I think it's caught itself. I think it's fine.
There we go, yes. Vlef was a little ahead. He was just a little too eager to play the map, but it's fine. And there we go, starting off, DACH finding the first breaks of the map, giving phelworld a little bit of a back foot to start off with, but they do have a lot higher accuracy. Poison is finding a break as well, letting Phelan, Vlef, and Piapolo run away with the score currently. They're in the lead by accuracy. DACH as well recovering quite nicely from their earlier breaks, as the rest of BitGauho holds those FCs, but Decek with almost 99% as well.
I feel like both teams are very solid so far. See how they're gonna do in the first KI here.
Yeah, see in the first KI, all holding through. It's an accuracy lead of not even 5k score. And any 100 just makes the score jump by around 10k. We're seeing that here. Piapolo drops 2 100s and the score goes down to 4k. Poisonous drops a 50 and it goes to 8k. As it starts to slowly grow towards phelworld, there goes another break from Poisonous, giving them the combo advantage.
And
Artoria breaks too.
Left trading. But that's 3 against 2 FCs. This is still in favor of phelworld.
Yeah, it is.
And Decek drops 2.
Ooh, and we're not even in the hard section. There's a way harder section coming up that Yoshi Lover would have to alter, but he breaks as well. That's a full reset on the side of BitGauho, and Piapolo with Phelan holding those FCs. Especially Phelan, 99.4. Insane score so far.
DACH trading in one of the FCs that phelworld had to offer here, but we still got the 2 from Phelan and Piapolo, and as you mentioned, Phelan's accuracy is outstanding.
We are gonna get into the hardest to hit and hardest to act section very soon here. We see DACH finding a break, but it's all down to whether the 2 FCs can remain on the side of phelworld or if they'll fall, as Poisonous and Decek have built up a little bit of a recovery combo. I'm not sure if it would be enough to take this back, but there is always a chance if the entirety of phelworld falls apart, but they're just holding through this entire section and refusing to drop.
They've got a 500k lead. I don't think even dropping both FCs is going to be enough here, especially with Poison dropping the combo again. This is just going to be 2 solid combos on BitGauho's side that are kind of building themselves up with Decek and Artoria, and the 2 FCs on phelworld's side are just not dropping.
I think we're currently watching the best hidden 2 score, because that 99.6 is the highest accuracy I've seen on this map, just period, even with breaks. And that's just an FC straight up. If he doesn't break in this ending, which he doesn't, that is an insane FC. And that is that's 3 mil team score. That's a really good team score on this map. And they capitalized on their breakpoint, and now just 2 points away from winning and taking the higher spot in the losers bracket.
Yeah, I mean, early into the match, this looked a lot more even, but I feel like phelworld, with the breakpoint, they've kind of been running away now.
Yeah, I mean, they still have the option of free mod too. So they have a point that they'll do good on, probably. It's just, what do they take that last bit that they need? Because they can't really tie. Tying will just mean that nothing changes in the bracket, but it's a question of what they do afterwards, because they have no mod 4 open, right? But that's no mod. That can get a little risky. You have hidden 1, but that's high BPM. Mod 1 is really control and ult based. So it's kind of up in the air for what they do after free mod 2 for me.
Heute bin ich ziemlich gut drauf, zieh mich schick an, setz 'n Hut auf. Die Rolex tickt, man, seh ich gut aus. Hol mir den Kick, den ich absolut brauch. Wieder mein Solo-Ausritt.
I guess we'll see. We first need to see what BitGaho decides to do, which is probably just
They are in a
no
top
mod 1 or no mod
spot.
2.
They want to pick something comfortable, I think.
Yeah, I feel like just honestly anything tapping based is gonna be fine. Because that seems to be kind of what phelworld struggles with, and I think just no mod 2, no mod 1 are fine. No mod 2, I guess, is a little scary thanks to left, but with how insanely flow heavy this is compared to the Qualls no mod 2, which I believe was more so just raw stamina than it was flow, it is still a good choice in my opinion here.
At this point, I'm half expecting BitGaho to almost kind of start questioning if they really want to pick something like that, because I feel like there might be some kind of intimidation factor by now from just the breakpoint and now this extremely solid performance by phelworld. And while it's still much different, the skill sets that BitGaho plays versus phelworld, and we're gonna see no more too.
You know, I'd say I'm surprised, but honestly, this is one of their safest picks. I don't know if Hard Rocks are exactly the safest after Hard Rock 3. With Hard Rock 3 being basically the biggest Hard Rock comfortability check you can get. So we'll see how this no mod 2 goes. Very flow heavy. I have seen a double FC on this actually today. In the match at 15, which I believe is the best team score you can get on this. I don't think there's been a double FC anywhere else. So we'll see if they can replicate it here. I'm sure there's a few players here that have the potential. It's just gonna be, can they hit the circle stream at the ending or not?
They certainly need to get the point here, I feel like.
I mean, yeah,
it's gonna be an extremely tough spot.
I mean, you have free mod 2 coming up next, right? So if you lose, then you're forced into a gimmick map against what seems to be one of the best gimmick teams in the tournament, right behind the Yoke Spy team. Which is terrifying, quite frankly.
I wouldn't want to be in that situation. We've got Tall Broski coming in for phelworld.
I'm gonna be real, I think this is just no mod 2 or DT2 rosters coming in. I feel like we'll see Phelan, Auric, and Bluff. Yeah.
Phelan.
Probably Auric as well. I would take a guess that he's coming in on this too, because he is a tapping player after all.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, I could see Alexi, I could see Lieri, I could see Artoria. We see only Lieri out of those three, with Radical, Poisonous, and Dead Chick coming in. We're seeing Fel come in as well for phelworld. With the last two players still undecided, still waiting to see who comes in.
Yeah, I'm expecting Fluff and Auric, right? I feel like they should be the go-to picks for a map like this, unless they're somehow uncomfortable on more flow aimey stuff.
Yeah, we see Auric coming in, still waiting for the last player, but the last player is most likely decided. I'm gonna assume that they're just trying the map right before, trying to see what they get. But they are taking their time. They're taking a lot of it. There's no fourth player. Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. Bencho?
I don't know if that's a Bencho thing or... No, Auric is the last person to join. Oh, there's Azura. That is the last person I'm expecting on a Nomad 2. Okay.
Me too.
To be fair, they're not bad on Nomad 2s. They're a pretty decent tapping player. It's just that I would have probably expected like Bluff on this. But I'm assuming that it's most likely just a comfortability issue because of the flow.
Yeah.
And there we go, starting us off, Nomad 2 coming in from BitGauHao. They need to win this to somewhat secure a chance. Thank you, Bancho, I appreciate it. Yeah, this beginning very slow, just a few sliders to start us off with. Not seeing any act drops besides Lieri with a bit of an accuracy drop. Giving accuracy advantage towards phelworld. There goes a radical miss, but it's not gonna matter too much.
Yeah.
And here we get into the actual streams. Radical finding a break. That one's actually gonna start to matter as the score grows towards phelworld. That double SS on Auric and Phelan. Going strong. Auric does drop the SS, but holds the FC as that's the double FC going. Fel also missed at the beginning of the streams, I believe. But it's just the triple FCs against each other with the accuracy on the side of phelworld.
They do certainly have an advantage right now, but I feel like one miss-aim on any of these streams and it's gonna turn around. But we see Radical Led breaking again. And it's still 3 versus 3 FCs. We see Fel dropping again, so that's kind of very even right now, but the accuracy. But Auric finds a break. And that's gonna be BitGauHao's chance to take this back.
Finding a break on the 2-star jump is probably the most stream player thing I've seen. There goes Poisonous finding a break as well. Giving the chance back to phelworld. Oh, that's a full reset on the BitGauHao. Wait, and there you have Asura holding through with the FC. They're the only combo on the board. Everyone else is broken. There's full resets going on everywhere, but Asura with that FC, can they hold it? 99%. Is it gonna be possible?
The one player we least expected to come in here might just give phelworld a second breakpoint.
I think the breakpoint's decided is just they cannot FC. Never mind. I was about to say, but can they hit the circle stream? That's my question. No, they cannot, but Fel hits it. Okay.
Sadly not, but Asura just made the difference for phelworld and got them a second breakpoint, and this is gonna be a horrible spot to be in for BitGauHao. phelworld is going to go straight back into a gimmick pick, and that's going to be very tough. It's going to be extremely tough for them.
Yeah, I mean, that chick at the ending had some combo going. He did hit the circle stream, but it just wasn't enough. 300k for phelworld. And now it's their pick, their turf. They can do kind of whatever they wish to do, honestly. It's just up in the air for what they want to do. They might want to do something like Fremont 2 just to keep on going with the gimmicks. They could go into something else. I feel like you have other options. Again, a Fremont 1, while risky, is an option that they can go into. They could go into one of the hard rocks. They can go into Nomad 1, but that is not a great option. That favors BitGauHao by a lot. So we will see what they end up doing here.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know, not surprised. That makes total sense, actually. Just seeing how they've been playing the gimmicks, that's completely fair.
Yeah, they want to play it safe. They want to play what they're comfortable on. And I mean, frankly, you know, looking at all the performances this match, I feel like phelworld certainly isn't just a gimmick team.
Yeah, phelworld just had
showed us some solid performances, just all around.
Yeah, I mean, phelworld has played decently. They won against Mildly Unhinged, which that is the team that's getting knocked out, unfortunately. Like, I believe that's a guarantee now. But they did get 4 points over getting over it. They did, I believe they got a decent score against Hetzer Corp as well. They got 4 points. Like, this team's, or not 4 points, sorry, they got 2 points. But this team's not bad at all. They're very good on a lot of things. It's just that they got unlucky by having arguably the best team with Hetzer Corp in their group, and then obviously you have Getting Over It, which is also a really good team.
Can BitGao take this back with 2 breakpoints? They need 2 breakpoints, and they cannot drop a single map from here on if they want to take this. That's gonna be very tough.
Yeah, I mean, you have to win the free mod tier first. That's the first hurdle to get over, which already is a big ask.
It's the biggest.
Yeah, I think that's
at this point.
I think this is actually the biggest problem. If they win this, they have a solid shot of tying this and keeping their spot, but it's gonna be hard. This is probably like the hardest match to win. After this, I'm assuming that phelworld is just gonna go into yet another gimmick map that they can go into. I would assume like Hard Rock 2 is an option after the No Mod 2, how they won.
Yeah, small CS might still be an option for them.
Also, I will say, while it's like not guaranteed, I feel like BitGao might actually just win on this map by Hard Rock, because phelworld, they're good at Hard Rock, but I'm not too sure how good they are on precision aim specifically, especially CS7, give or take, which can get quite tricky.
It's very shit messable.
Yeah, true, yeah, exactly. But we will see. I'm assuming both teams to have triple hit and 1 Hard Rock, just knowing how these teams prefer hidden overall. And I think it's going to be Civil Oath with hidden, and then actually possibly like Natrina or DACH with no mod, just going hidden Hard Rock on Civil Oath, who can decently play it. And I don't believe all of the mods are loading. Yep, not all of the mods are loading. We need a panel help. Are we gonna see? Yep, yes we are. DACH on Hard Rock. It's just not showing. It wanted us to see him play this no mod.
DACH on hidden Hard Rock.
Oh, okay. There we go. I think we're fully loaded in. Yep, Polo found an early break. I'm not sure if that was Banjo. That was indeed Banjo, but perhaps break is not going to be Banjo. That's going to be a real break on the Hard Rock. DACH trading it right back. As now the hidden players are just holding their combos. There goes Fel, another Hard Rock on the side of phelworld falling. But they're still in the lead as Yoshi Lover and DACH blind break.
Not Trina, the only person in the lobby rocking no mod. Certainly a comfortability thing. I think they want to play it safe. Just have DACH on hidden Hard Rock. But it's a 100k difference already in favor of phelworld, and it's growing quickly.
Yeah, especially that break from the Trainer drop, and the no mod FC is really bad when you're relying on that being your really good score and sacrificing a player to play hidden Hard Rock, which on this map is arguably harder than DT. While on the other side you have Pyoko and Phelan who are holding FCs with the hidden. Phelan did find a break, but he's done more than enough. Pyoko finds a break. Perhaps and Fel holding really high combos, especially Fel with the accuracy is pulling the score towards their side, and 500k difference already, very little combo on BitGao to take this back. Yeah, and it's starting to look like they'll need a miracle.
This seems very much like it's gonna go to phelworld.
And with that break from Yoshi Lover, the highest combo on BitGao, this map is... phelworld is pulling out such a good team score. Like, genuinely, this is a really good team score. And they're going to be taking it home. They're going to be getting third in their group, just barely, with them beating out BitGao right here, right now. And that's going to be it for, I believe, this entire group stage, actually. I'm going to check. I see that D10 is still ongoing. D10 is still ongoing, and C8 is at 4-4 currently, but for the B group, that's gonna be it. With the final standings within the group being Hetzerkorb on top with 3 wins, getting over it with 3 wins as well, but 1 less tie. Then phelworld, then BitGao, and then unfortunately, mildly unhinged, getting knocked out of the tournament, not able to make it to the bracket stage.
I feel like this match could have been closer. We've seen a couple instances where I feel like 1 or 2 misses really made a huge difference.
Yeah, I feel like just DT3 overall kind of decided a lot of this match. Just
Yeah.
the mental hit of losing that was pretty bad for BitGauHo. But
Still, solid performances, just all around,
Yeah.
I think.
yeah, overall, really solid performances. And either way, both teams do still qualify. It did not matter for qualification. So congratulations to both teams for making it out of the group stage.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, that's been it from us for today. I would recommend looking at the other two streams. They seem to be pretty close. And we will be seeing you next week, whenever that is.
Thank you for watching.